November 3rd. Let's fucking get into it, okay? Now, this is a very interesting day. Okay, this is a very interesting day. So, for those of you who are following along, because I called you out as being a 29 degrees Pisces person, the overnight space from the 2nd to the 3rd is pretty fucking intense. Okay, pretty fucking intense. So, let's go through it. We are starting out 12:16 a.m. with moon trining Mars. Okay, the moon will go void also. So it's going to go void at some point. I think it's going to goes void with that conjunction to Neptune. So we've got this trine to Mars at 28 degrees. Now, 28 degrees is a Cancer degree. Okay, so there is a lot of nurturing kind of required in these last degrees of this Pisces moon. All right. Now, as we move closer to that 29 degrees, which we will be doing in these first couple of hours of the morning, so this is Melbourne time, it's going to get pretty fucking gnarly in the dream space. Like, if you are waking up in your dream space, I want you to be voice recording or writing down what the fuck is coming up. Okay, this is very important. If you have any 29 degree Pisces placements, write that shit down and then come and book a 15-minute reading with me so I can tell you what the fuck it means if you don't understand. So this trine, like now, like we've been locking in so much of who we are, like throughout this Scorpio energy, right? Mars in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio. And you know, the sun's only at about 10 degrees of Scorpio, but we are down here at the fucking gnarly end of Mars in Scorpio, right? And so Lilith very close behind at 24 degrees, like a little fucking Scorpio race. And so this one is like, okay, where is your security? Like, where do you feel secure enough to be able to take action from like a deep connection to your own emotional needs? Okay, this is a great aspect for that, right? So some kind of integration will be happening in your sleep, right? If you are asleep. If you are awake and journaling, fucking just journal, right? Don't be scrolling, don't be doing any of that shit, right, in this morning space. If you wake up and you cannot get back to sleep, you are not to be scrolling. You are to be journaling or just meditating. Okay. Now, this semi-sextile to Lilith, semi-sextiles can be really fucking annoying, but this one's going to be good because it's quite literally just helping you really lock in and integrate the fact that, like, no, I will not make relationships. I will not allow relationships to make me feel shame anymore. I will just be who the fuck I am. And so if you come out of a relationship or you are still kind of in that process of, oh, I don't know whether I should be in this relationship, this kind of helps. All right. Now, at 2:15 a.m., this is fucking magic o'clock. Like, what day is this? Sunday to Monday. I really want to be getting up at that time. I really want to be getting up at that time. That one's going to be calling back to the 29 degree Pisces energy we had meeting up with that 29 degrees of Mercury in Scorpio, which I think was like on the 28th or the 29th. You're going to have to go back and check my other videos. So this is like the 160-year Neptune cycle, the 15-year Neptune cycle, right? Like each Neptune zodiac lesson takes about 15 years. So all up, all 12 takes about 160 years. So this is the final review of the last 15 years. Okay. Now, for those of you who are 29 degrees in Pisces, and come and join my Discord because we are talking about this shit over there. There is something special about this aspect in the last 15 years. There is something special about the people who were born with a Pisces placement at 29 degrees, and something is allowing us to be released from the past generational and ancestral kind of fucking traumas that we came into this world with, okay? So this can feel very much like a crisis, right? This can feel very much like a crisis. And we want stability here. We want stability, but Neptune dissolves. Pisces doesn't have stability. The moon is about emotions. None of this is stable energy. This is very mystical, very illusionary kind of fucking energy. Okay. So, and it's all Pisces ruled, right? Because Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Neptune is in Pisces, right? So the North Node is there as well. We are being taken into a place of discomfort that we have never been before. And we are like stepping out of the shadow of the ancestors. And for those of you who we've been discussing what that means, this is a huge moment where we step forward. Okay. Now we get this sextile to Uranus and then this sextile to Pluto afterwards. And again, we get this moment in time where we go 29 degrees, 0 degrees, 1 degree. Okay. So you can see just that progression there moving forward. So the sextile to Uranus, like this is where the new begins, right? We're in a whole new moon cycle now. Aries is at 0 degrees. Uranus is passing it, going backwards in its retrograde, helping us see something from a different fucking perspective so that we can start fresh, right? So we get this sextile to Pluto. Okay. Now, this one at 1 degrees really is asking you to find the I am in both the shadow and the light, in both the things that people see about you and the things that they don't. And again, this is one of those moments where we are like ready to go. I was saying to somebody yesterday that it's very interesting energy right now that kind of feels like we're all sitting behind a garage door and the car is on and we're like revving the engine and we're like ready to fucking go and we're just waiting for that garage door to go up. Okay, this feels very much like that. So then we get this moment, this sesquiquadrant, right? Now at 8:22 a.m., this could be a little bit annoying, a little bit stubborn, a little bit of like somebody not wanting to do what you need them to do, right? And it's a Monday. So like if you're trying to get the kiddos to school, this could be a fucking problem. This could be a bit of a stubborn fucking authority battle with someone who has no concept of time, right? Like my 6-year-old Capricorn. Okay, he won't. So that could be a really frustrating energy. And then we get this moon trining Mercury, which is actually quite a nice one. All right, 4 degrees is a Cancer degree, 3 degrees is a Gemini degree. So there is a little bit of curiosity and sort of information gathering in regards to like what the truth is about your family situation. So if you've gotten into a bit of a battle trying to get the kids to school or trying to get out the door and you found yourself very frustrated, this kind of aspect is going to kind of help you understand, bring a little bit of fucking clarity to it. All right. So just take note of this one as well. Because like I mentioned, we're like a week away from the Mercury retrograde. So these things are going to come back around. Now, 10:16 a.m. square to Jupiter. Like absolutely do not be having any kind of fucking discussions with the boss. Don't talk to, your dad who you've had fights with if you don't want to get into a fight with him. Don't bring up politics at the breakfast table if you don't want to get into a fight. Okay, Venus square Jupiter. This is not great for cash. This is not great for taking risks with money, with work, with relationships. This would be very stubborn energy, all right? So Cancer energy can be very fucking stubborn. 25 degrees is an Aries degree. And Libra will try and look for balance within that. But because this is a square aspect, it's more likely that Venus is going to be like that Venus in Libra is going to play the devil's advocate, right? So just be very careful with that aspect. Like you do not want to be starting your Monday morning off having that fucking battle, okay? I mean, maybe you're supposed to. Maybe that trine to Mercury kind of goes, you know what, I fucking hate this job. And then in which case, walk into the boss's office and say, hey, you can't do your fucking job. Let's talk about it. Stir some fucking shit up like a Mercury and Sag would. Okay, so then 10:37 a.m., what are we letting go of, right? We are letting go of something here. So 10 degrees of Scorpio, you could be letting go of a job. You could be walking out of a fucking job. Okay. Now you could be walking out of that job because you held on to that job because you thought the family needed you to have it and you didn't believe that you could have anything else. Okay. But then you've realized it's not fucking worth it. Like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is not worth my time and energy. So fuck you. I'm out. Okay. I do feel like Monday will have breakups, personal and work. 6:38 p.m. Right. Sesquiquadrant to Lilith. Okay. Wherever it is that you have been stuck in an obsessive fucking pattern or a compulsive behavior fucking pattern when it comes to like trying to convince yourself that it's okay to put yourself first, this is like make a fucking decision about what you want to do for yourself and move forward. Right? Let go of something. If you've been holding on to some kind of shame or some kind of guilt, this is like, let the fucking thing go. Like, just obviously let it go. So like if you've left a job or left a relationship or if you had a fight with your family, that like, this is where it's like, just let it go. All right. Be Elsa. So then 9:11 p.m. Okay. The sun needs some kind of fucking compromise. All right. Because like Queen Conch's in conjunct. So 11 degrees, which I love, 11:11, that's at 9:11. So there's some kind of transformation in this space, all right? Now, 11 degrees is the Aquarius degree, so it does pull into it a little bit of that Pluto energy, a little bit of that Uranus energy. So we're seeing things from a different perspective. We're understanding that even though we are in the I am, right, and Scorpio on the axis of possession, so possessing of the I am, the sun being the ego space, right, the moon being the fucking emotional space. So like we're in this space, and like what do I want, and what do I need to transform, and what does my ego self and how I shine my light, and my emotional self and how it needs what it fucking needs, Aries. How can these things, like, how can I resolve the differences between these two things, right? Scorpio doesn't trust anybody. Aries, you know, it's like, let's go, let's start some stuff, right? So like there are a lot of opposing energies within that space, and it's really kind of asking you to sort of understand that everybody has their own like immature, self-centered emotional needs, right? And that, you know, you might think like you might distrust people because you think they're selfish, but this is kind of an understanding that like we're all a little bit selfish when it comes to our emotional needs and desires, and that we kind of fucking should be, right? So then 10:56 p.m., this is where, you know, we are trying to find the I am so that we can move forward in an inner belief system that can go with the flow, right? So Saturn wants boundaries, and it wants like an inner belief system, and it wants a rule structure, and it wants to kind of know where things are. And Pisces goes, yeah, but you have to go with the flow. Like, yes, you can have your own internal belief system and rules and et cetera, but if you are not going with the flow, as you evolve, as you change, as you heal, you're going to find yourself stuck in an old mentality that's not helpful to this version of you, right? Like we wake up as new versions of each other every day. And if we hold on to a mentality that like 20-year-old you thought was the way to live, then you're going to cause these imbalances, okay? And this is the same thing with Venus in Libra as well. Like making sure that these inner belief systems and the way that we are choosing to have like the philosophy of self and our own like rules that we want to live by and judge ourselves by, okay, Libra, judgment, justice. We need to make sure that we are open to this idea that balance might look different every day, okay? And that's kind of what this aspect is about. And it can, again, if you've been through a breakup or you are thinking about going through a breakup, this aspect can make it even harder to have a clear decision. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's pull, because of course, 29 degrees Pisces, 29 degrees fucking Pisces, there at 2:15 a.m. Let's pull a little oracle from the Oracle of the Witch and see what the witches have got to say for the 29 degrees Pisces babes who are following along. Oops, she's fallen down. I cannot. I don't even. Magic is real, my friends. This is the ancestors card. Yeah, this is the old ones. This is honoring the old ones, and this is number 22. Okay, so 22 is really telling me like exactly what I fucking said about that aspect. Okay, we are taking with us what we need to take with us. We are healing that ancestry, but we are realizing that we are one. Listen to the whispering winds speaking to you of the ancient ones who surround you now. The ancient ones are the bones of your bones. The blood flowing through your veins that pulses with the rhythmic beat of ancient wisdom. The roots of their family tree go back to the beginning of time when the first humans walked the earth. You are the ancient song waiting to be sung into the here and now. And your ancestors are committed to carrying forward the spirit of power and place for you. You are never alone. They watch over you and protect you always. Allow their sacrifice of the past through all adversities to be your war cry of freedom. Oh, I like that. Allow their sacrifice of the past through all adversities to be your war cry for freedom. For they are part of you and they watch you from the realms, assisting you day by day. Observe the synchronicities. The bond between you and them is forever united. Remember who you are and where you have come from, and understand the ways of those who've walked before you. Ancestors of blood and bone, of those remembered and unknown, ancient past found in reflection, honoring a deep connection. The old one's magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There, it is done. Into the new we go. Stay weird.